Hi, this is Mark News from Plant Talk Radio. Thanks for subscribing and listening to our podcast, Your Gardening Questions from Plant Talk Radio. If you have a gardening question you'd like our host Fred Howard to answer, send him an email. The email address is fred@planttalkradio.com. Now for today's question.
Good morning. How are you?
We're fine, Tom. How can we help you?
I'm calling about the update you might have on the blue Sprite.
Okay.
That had taken place several years ago that causes that plant to die at the bottom and work its way up.
Yeah, and work its way up, unfortunately. It is simply called Spruce Needlecast. Now, it is principally on blue and green spruce. Both of those are same species. It's just a matter of how much color, so that it can go into some of the green ones of that same kind. Now, it is devastating, and apparently, from what I have heard, there isn't much that you can do about it. Now, I was by a place the other day where the state of Ohio planted a whole long row of blue spruce, green spruce mixed in for a snow guard along a highway. Those plants were put in probably 4 feet apart. At my travel speed, I couldn't tell, but they're way close. In a situation like that, when you can get at them when they're young and or otherwise for that matter, to remove some of them to allow better airflow is one thing that will give some advantage because it allows the plants to dry earlier in the morning, less fungal activity therefore, and either reduced way down towards zero or slowed down in terms of the advance up and through the trees. One place in particular where I was in Michigan last summer, these trees were then in the 20 or so foot range. They had been planted about 6 feet apart for same purpose. They were absolutely barren, just simply hulks of stem and trunk. That was it. Now, they, of course, have no recourse. There is no way you can cut off a spruce and have it regrow like you can some deciduous plants. So, thinning out is about the best thing. I have not been told that there's any proof that a fungicide will do anything particular, because I'm heavy into that kind of management when I'm told that it does some good. I maybe should check again because it's been a while, Tom, since I have asked about that. But right now, I would tell you that to thin the plant, to get into the middle of the plant where there will be naturally dead needles and even some that have fallen out over the years. And if you can, let's call it, shake it a little bit. Now, not beat it to death, but shake it a little bit. Or if the tree is large enough, you can physically get under there, pull out some of what I will call the residual or junk that's in the plant. And again, try to help with the drying process, because that's about all that I know that we can do that is for sure going to slow the disease.
Yes, and this is a 30-year-old plant. So.
Yeah. Well, mine is just a little older than that, and it is now limbed up to about 8-9 feet, and getting puny on up above that. And I too am having to face this because with my own hand involved, I have planted to get screening and shade and so on in my yard, which has indeed slowed down the wind. I have moved a couple plants that were near it to just simply expedite better air movement. I think I slowed the progress because the top is still looking decent, but I don't know what to do from there because I have an arborist that comes in and sprays for various things on a timely basis. And that's the last word from them and the last word that I've heard from anybody else. So I'm sorry to say we don't have much recourse.
Hey, thanks again for listening to our podcast. Be sure to subscribe to our other podcasts as well, the Plant of the Week podcast and the Plant Talk Radio podcast, all on iTunes or your favorite podcast player. If you'd like to sponsor a daily podcast, contact us at fred@planttalkradio.com. To find out more about Fred Hauer and Plant Talk Radio, visit our website, planttalkradio.com.
Circle270media.com